for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. On the Bengals sideline, that's head coach Zach Taylor. His guys seeing just how long they can keep this undefeated season going. Facing off with him here, Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills. His side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you, hoping there's a good one in store. Tyrone Tracy now to return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that, right near the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL, Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. But a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And this drive will start inside the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
Ready, set.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw here. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Trying to find Jalen Waddle, and 4th and 4 coming up. So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Bills will take over as he records his first interception of our season. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
And the Bills, first down.
Ready.
Play action. Love. That's complete. Sanders has gotten that right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the pistol, here's Love.
32-yard line.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Take over 1st and 10.
Motion man left is Johnson. First down throw. Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Come on, set. Blue 32.
Love from the gun. He's got McBride complete. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Right up the gut. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Blue check.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings them to 1st and goal.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and
Set,
goal.
ready.
1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And here he goes on the boot. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
Ready. Yellow.
3rd and long for him here. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull out in front further. 13's in. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Bengals returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. Can't can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. Coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Go! Cowboy 80.
Back-to-back carries here. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Kate, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie is putting on a show.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bengals 7.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here's Tracy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown.
Black swap.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Blue
Love
check.
now off the play action. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his
On
hands.
the double.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Come on, set.
Now Love on the play fake. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. That one intended for Trey McBride.
Black swap.
And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Opposite.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's caught. He's got Brown. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
Set hut. 33.
At the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Black swap.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st
Let's
and
go.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow.
Motion man left is Brown.
Hut.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the stop.
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Brings up
Ready.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Love looking to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12 yards to
Check.
go.
Air it out on 3rd. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on in the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around.
Hurt. Hurt.
There's a dive up the middle. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Short pass brought in. Big man showing up the And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at first down here.
Cougar 19.
Now looking to throw. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Complete over the middle. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Now we're on the counter. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run.
In trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looked like a Bill got it.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points. No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Come on, set, ready?
Second and 10, Love trying again. Finds his tight end. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Third and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 6.
Here we go, set.
Makes it third and
Black
4.
40. Set.
Play fake, it's Love. It's on target to Johnson. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Ready.
That's good for a Bills.
60
First
red.
down.
60 red.
First and 10 at the 37.
Throwing again, Love. Finds the end route complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Second and 3 now.
Gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Ready.
At the 44-yard line.
Blue 32.
Loves to throw again. Completed over the middle. And he's down. Looks like we made the stop at the 46-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Play action. Love. On the left side, Sanders has it. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Ready.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
4 yards.
Set.
That's another Bills.
Stick it in the air. Love. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26.
It's second down and 10.
Red 38. Hut, go. Ready.
Back to the air. Love. Up to the left side, caught by Brown. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Once more, it's Love. He finds Johnson. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
The 13-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. And then Johnson once more. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd
Here we go.
and 3.
Yellow, 43.
Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
And the Bills, 1st down.
Set, ready.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Quick, yellow.
They give it to him up the middle. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Speed on the tackle.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready, set, go. Set.
Love from the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
21. Bengals 7.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Gano's point after is good. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bengals 14.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's Tracy on the return. He's away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Here we go.
He keeps it himself. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Setting up, second and goal. Back to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's third and goal. Back to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Fourth down, pass coming. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal. Finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
Yeah, kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up.
Second and 6.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Target to Johnson. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
A gain of 36 yards. That's another Bills first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal.
Second and goal.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Ready.
To the air with Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's third and goal.
Ready, ready. Black, next, go. Hut.
Here he goes, third and long. On third and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to fourth and goal.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now out of the shotgun. It's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he'll get it up to the 44. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He's back to throw. It's his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. First and 10 from the 43. Pass play coming here. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. And final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. And this is Keenan Allen. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. It's a 48-yard touchdown. The Ravens move back to within a game of 500. They get to 6-7 with this victory. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And here is Devontae Adams. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Colts come away with a victory. They win by 6. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive.
Okay, great.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Sending him on the dime. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Okay.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ready up.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. A quick throw completed out to the left. He won't find much there as it reaches the 41. They made by Jacob Parrish.
In second and 8.